This week's Extra Life on F5 Live Refreshing Technology is proudly powered by EXA. EXA brings the latest technology to gamers, offering the most immersive products for the ultimate gaming experience. They've compiled the best elements of cutting-edge ENC tech, the latest in Bluetooth 5.0 and 7.1 surround, plus extra features into their headsets so everyone can enjoy a sensational gaming experience. And they've got headsets for Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and PC. Plus, they won't break the bank. Learn more about the headsets that are available and any current promotions by going to f5live.tv/exa. Well, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 came out this week. Obviously the 2023 version of that name. And it has suffered some interesting problems. Pre-launch in the early preview code, there were some issues, particularly people losing progress, not being able to sign in some cases not even being able to launch the game. When the game came out for real, players jumped into it. There are two types of players generally. There are those who start with the campaign and then do multiplayer, and there are some people who never touch the campaign and go straight to the multiplayer. No matter who you are, you may have encountered some interesting behavior, particularly with spawning. Let's take, for example, the map Quarry. Quarry existed in the previous game, which ran on the same engine, used a lot of the same assets, was mostly the same game. Quarry, when played on hardpoint game mode, spawns players in the exact same location every time, which is not great. So you get shot, you die, you come back into the game in a physical place in the game. Most games will spread you out. Even in this game, most maps will spread you out. But this one, in particular, would always put you back at the same place. So, all somebody from the other team had to do was stand there, wait for you to spawn again, hit you, and then sit and wait for you to spawn again. So, it certainly makes the game not fun. But how does a bug like this happen? The map already existed in this engine. It's not like the map is new. It's not like the engine is new. The game is not exactly new. Sure, we've put a 3 on it, but it could have easily been called a DLC for Modern Warfare 2. That's not how Activision has done business. We'll see what it looks like under Microsoft's tutelage, but that's not how Activision's done business, especially with Call of Duty, so much so that the original founders left the company. But how does a bug like this happen? There's playtesters. I know there are. They have to have played on this mode. There was an early preview. So non-playtesters had played the game. Maybe this wasn't available. I didn't have the early access. I watched some of it, but I didn't have it. It seems like a strange bug to appear in something that already existed. Now, there's a lot of people talking about this online. There's a lot of consensus that Activision, when it comes to Call of Duty, has just become EA when it comes to Madden. That not a lot of care or concern is put into the game, and instead they are just wringing cash from a cash cow. Maybe that's what's happening here. I don't know, because the game Call of Duty does not seem like the game that it used to be. Not just because it's literally this game that it used to be. But I don't know. It seems like when we see these cash cows, these kinds of things happen, where the developers and or the publishers just look like they don't care anymore. It could be that the development cycle for a Call of Duty title has gone from a 3-year cycle to a 18-month cycle, so they don't have enough time to actually work things out. But this is something that was introduced. It's confusing to me, Abram.
Yeah, Yeah, I don't know. I mean, is it still making a lot of money?
The game, yes,
Yeah.
it is. It is a cash cow. It is Activision's legitimately. It is Activision's version of Madden. You don't have to change anything. With EA, with Madden, all EA has to do is put the new NFL character, the NFL players in, take the old ones out, and hit publish. $60.
Yeah. Well,
Activision's the same way. They're using the same engine. All they have to do is create some new maps, maybe add some new assets, new types of guns, new whatever. But the engine already exists. We know that they didn't update the engine. All they did was add some assets and some maps, and somehow the old maps are behaving weirdly. They worked in the last one. They worked on Monday, and then they stopped working on Tuesday. Same engine,
well,
same
listen.
map. Monday they were fine. Tuesday they weren't.
It happen. I mean, bugs happen, right?
Yeah.
Bugs absolutely happen. So, I mean, bugs happen. Obviously, they need to get their act in gear, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that's the thing, right? Like if and we'll see what happens under Microsoft's tutelage, because Microsoft is not known for this. However, Bethesda is, and Bethesda's under Microsoft, though they operate differently than Activision's going to, I think. Because I think Bethesda came in and they're still like their own entity under Microsoft. But I think Activision, I Phil Spencer showed up at BlizzCon. It seems like Microsoft isn't going to let Bethesda happen again. But with Bethesda, they're known for launching a game with people like clipping in walls. That and nothing changed under Microsoft. But I think this purchase is going to be different. I have a feeling they're gonna try harder. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. Um, I don't know though. I hope so. I hope under Microsoft these games go back to being the flagships that they were instead of the cash cows that they are. Right? Because it used to be you'd get excited about a Call of Duty game. People would go wait outside a GameStop for a midnight release. It it's not quite that kind of excitement. Yeah, everybody, lots of people have it on launch day. Sure, you update your Warzone instance to the new game or whatever, but it's not like
I
the
mean,
the cultural thing that it used to be. Maybe they can get back to it, or maybe at some point they've just wrung all the cash out of it they can, or
yeah,
damaged the
maybe. I mean, I
reputation.
think, yeah. I mean, I think the main thing is that it's got to work. I mean, if people are enjoying the IP, then it doesn't have then they don't have to make changes to the engine,
Hmm.
but they can't break it.
Right, right. Breaking functioning stuff. I mean, ask Blizzard, which is a subsidiary of Activision. Ask Blizzard how Overwatch 2 went. Breaking working stuff, but they actually did things, right? That was a major rewrite. This was not. I don't know. And
Yep.
so I used Quarry as an example. It's not the only one. The company has actually pulled, to the best of my knowledge, so far 3 maps from the game because of the same problem or related problems. There was one, I don't remember which map it was, but one of the maps, under certain circumstances, was spawning you on the wrong side of the map. So you'd spawn in enemy territory, which is almost as bad as spawning the same place over and over again. Yeah, in one case it's Groundhog Day, and in one case it's just direct sacrifice. Neither one's great, but it's certainly an interesting situation. I have not been a COD player in a long time, mostly for this, for all the reasons that several of our former hosts stopped playing Madden. I stopped caring about Call of Duty a long time ago. And it does not seem to have gotten better. In fact, they seem to have proven that I was right to have moved on. So, I don't know. I think game studios in general need to get better. They're not cash cows. They are supposed to be, art and communication and fun, most importantly. And, when you can't actually play the game that you've purchased, the fun certainly goes away. So I'd like to see studios try harder than this. Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this episode of F5 Live Refreshing Technology. If you did, please subscribe to the channel down below, and of course hit the notification bell, because we know that subscriptions don't mean much on YouTube anymore. If you've got topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, please comment them down below. And if you'd like to not follow us on YouTube, there's lots of ways that you can follow along with our content by going to plughitslive.com/subscribe. There you'll see all of our shows and all of the ways that you can watch, listen, and follow along.